Hey everyone, UNiCOMICS here and welcome to another Let's Draw. And this week I'm gonna do a basic line art drawing this week, and also, if you noticed in the top right, I'm going to do a basic how to draw a hand tutorial and talk about how I can, well, basically it will be me telling you and giving you the basic information on how to draw hands, where you can then use that as a stepping on point to develop yourself, so you can then learn how to draw hands in a more proper and a much more defined way, just like me almost. I mean, I struggle with hands myself still, so what I end up using as a reference is my own hand. And that is a very good resource if you ever need to find like references for hands. Just look at your own. You know, if you want to make a clenched fist, make a clenched fist and draw from that. You know, that's a good way of learning how to draw certain parts of the anatomy, is by, you know, looking at yourself, looking at other people, you know, draw what's around you. And then once you've got like a good handle of that, then you can slowly like come back and break them down into simpler shapes, as you may have noticed in the video that I started doing. As you may have noticed that I started to do a little square hand, like a little square, and then for the palm, and then small thin rectangles for the fingers, and a sort of roundish kind of rectangle-ish type shape. I can't really describe what shape that is for the thumb, but it's basically, that's what you would use for the thumb. There are many tutorials online which you can learn how to draw these sorts of things from. I've learned through just basically drawing from my hand. And you may have noticed in the image that I made a huge focus on the hand itself, where I've got it set in a sort of sci-fi type of world, where these two characters just beat up a big robot and the hand is like laying there in front of them, and or even just on the main characters themselves. You probably won't see it on the guy who's sitting down, but like the girl who's standing up, she's like clenched her fist, and you may see like little sort of finger creases for where the hand, where her hand is all clenched, and like the different positions of where the fingers are. That's a more exaggerated form of drawing a hand, but that's only because of that I've been drawing for so long. Like I kind of know where to exaggerate certain parts of the body. So it's always good to, when it comes to drawing, like it's a good way to build a good visual memory. So then that way, once you've got that memory down, you know how to structure a hand. Then you can go more stylized with it and add your own little flair to it. A good way of, another good way of drawing hands is using a bowling pin. Bowling pins are quite good to use for how to position your arm and hand. And if you're wondering where to put the fingers, just put like little squares where you want the fingers to be, and then that way you should have like a good idea on how to position the fingers. Now, it's a shame that I didn't put that in the top right corner of the video, but if you may have noticed that I started to do like a proper hand drawing, where I've got like a square, and then I've got like two sort of weird semicircles on above it, and that's where I basically let the fingers like go around, sort of thing. So that's where the tips of the fingers would go. And then, as you may have noticed, when you keep your hand closed, but not like in a clenched fist, but just closed together, you notice that your fingers are all different heights. So using that circular line, you can basically leave the middle finger there, like touching the line, and then you just move the other fingers down, and then that way you got yourself like a good handle of like the length of each finger. I hope this little video helps with giving you a bit of a springboard on how to draw a hand. I hope you've enjoyed the video in general. Sorry my voice is a little bit bunged up. I've got a bit of a cold and I'm trying to get rid of it, so please forgive me. So if you want a more in-depth tutorial on hands, maybe a stream or something, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially on this video and on what you thought about the drawing. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for more notifications from this channel in the future. So thank you for watching. I've been UNiCOMICS. Bye everyone.